Chaitanya-bhagavata, Chaitanya-bhagavata, Vrindavan Dastak gives a summary of all the book, which Leelas he's speaking in which section. Adi Kanda, Madhya Kanda, and Shesha Kanda. There are 3 khandas. Chaitanya-bhagavata has 3 sections. Adi Kanda, Madhya Kanda, and Shesha Kanda. Adi Kanda especially is the Katha of Vidya Vilas, Mahaprabhu, learning in the school and debating logic. Madhya Kanda, Mahaprabhu in the house of Shiva's Harinam Sankirtan Lila. And Sheshikanda, how Mahaprabhu, after taking sannyas, he stayed in Jagannath Puri. Nivas means to live. And the Kanda Katha is very beautiful. So which kind of leelas took place in Adikanda? He was born in Falguna Purnima. Prabhu appeared with Nam Sankirtan. He is Nami Prabhu. He is the owner of the holy names, and he appeared in the holy names time. There's no difference between God and his holy names. Even though Swayam Bhagavan also manifests directly the form of the deity. Which deity? His own Swarup, his own form. Nama Vigraha Swarup. There's no difference between them. Nam, the holy names, Vigraha deity, and Swarup means God himself. For us, there's a difference between like our name or form, but God, no. This is his inconceivable potency. God is present in the form of name, but how? How do we understand this? Lord appears in the form of holy names. Okay, how do you realize that he manifests in the form of Nam? This is impossible potency. Different names of Lord, Bhagavan manifests his form. According to that, when you say Gopal, it's already he's in the form of Bal Gopal. And when you say Gopal, also means he who is with the gopis and gopas. And Gopal also means he grazes the cows. He's Gopal. Gopal also means he who is with the sakhas. So it's the same Krishna. When you call him Gopal, you can also refer to him as Vatsalas, Madhya Yashoda, how she sees him as a baby. If you say Gopal, also you can say, like refer to how Krishna grazes cows with his friends. And when you say Gopal, also Gopis, Krishna performing pastimes with the gopis. Even though holy names are only one, according to the mode of the devotee, Bhagavan manifests a beautiful form. For the jivas, it's not like that. But for Bhagavan, yes, this is a speciality. According to the names that the devotee calls Bhagavan and calls him, according to the mode of devotee, Bhagavan will appear in front of him in that form. This is called Achinta Tata. With our own intelligence, we're not able to explain this. Supreme Lord, Supreme Absolute Truth, Paramatata, who has inconceivable and inherent potency. With his inconceivable potency, Achinta Shakti, Bhagavan manifests his Nam Vigraha Swarup, his own form, his deity, and his holy names. This is very amazing, interesting. Everyone calls Krishna. The friends call him Krishna. Madhya also calls him Krishna. The gopis also call him as Krishna. Everyone calls Krishna. But according to the mood of the devotee, he manifests that form. According to the different kind of devotee, Bhagavan manifests his form accordingly. This is the thing. This is a very interesting. His interesting pastimes. So when it was lunar eclipse. Lunar eclipse takes place when the moon is full, and solar eclipse takes place when the moon is new moon, Amavasya. So the Falgun Purnima means in the full moon of the month of Falgun, it was when Mahaprabhu appeared. At that time, everyone was chanting holy names, Nam Sankirtan. You want to tell something? Wife of Jagannath, her name is Sarasvati-devi. How did Bhagavan appear? Actually, Jagannath Mishra himself said, Divya Shakti. So Jagannath Mishra said, a Divya Shakti, a divine potency entered in me, told Sarasvati-devi, and then this divine potency entered in your body, he told her. God has supernatural pastimes, Alaukik Lila. In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord says, Janma Karma Chami Divyam, my birth and my activities, they are transcendental, Alaukik, supramundane, transcendental. Those who realize this, those who have this realization, they don't come back to this material world. Tatvata means actually they don't take birth again at all. The conditioned soul in this world, the conditioned soul takes birth again and again. It comes from the body of the father, goes to the body of the mother, slowly grows in the womb. After 9 months and 10 days, the jiva takes birth. But for Bhagavan, it's not like that. But still, in the Janma Lila, we see that he's doing something similar. This is Alaukik, supramundane, supernatural, transcendental, divine. It's beyond our speech, mind, intelligence. to realize this, we need the mercy of Guru. If we have the mercy of Guru, then we understand. But those who don't have the mercy of Guru and Krishna, even though they try to study many times, they won't be able to understand. I just think fear. So yesterday we were discussing very beautiful customs. How Mahaprabhu took all his devotees and played in the water of the Ganges. Ganga-devi. Played in the water of the Ganges. He's expert in knowledge. And he also defeated Keshava Kashmiri. So he was discussing about one verse to the Keshava Kashmiri. 5 kinds of qualities in that verse and 5 kinds of faults. According to the Alankara Shastra, Mahaprabhu analyzed this verse and saw qualities and mistakes. He who was the the recipient of mercy of Sarasvati-devi. Yesterday I told Devi Balam is topmost power, the power of the gods. If you have the power of the demigods, you can conquer everyone. You can conquer everyone. But your power won't work in front of Bhagavan. So many people worship demigods and demigoddesses. Like now, for example, we just ended Navaratri. We did Puja to Devi Durga, Kali, Shiva. Many demigods puja to attain mystic powers. Do we do it or not? But the more the demigods, demigoddesses, all these powers come from Govinda. They give the mystic powers from Govinda. They take from Govinda and give to people. We think that the demigod himself is giving, but he doesn't have power to give these things. The demigod. Actually, 3 Vargas, Dharma, Artha, Kama. Whatever the demigods give, they actually take from Govinda and then they give. Like Ganesha, for example. He gives mystic powers. Do you have Ganesha in your house? People have for the mystic perfections. Huh? How do you? Have the elephant head. Whatever Ganesha gives is coming from Govinda. Early in the morning, Ganesha goes to the feet of Govinda and prays to his feet. Hearing his prayers, Govinda becomes pleased. And then Govinda and puts his feet on the shoulders of Ganesha. and giving blessing like this, moving the hand also. Brahma Samhita explains. In the Brahma Samhita, it's described how Govinda himself is doing this. And after attaining this, Ganesha distributes to others. So you should ask directly from Govinda. Because he'll give to Ganesha, he gives to Ganesha, so he'll also give to you direct. One thing. So, to free from impediments. Sorry, so Brahma is saying the following. I do bhajan of Govinda. Even Ganesh, who is very famous, he does pranams to the feet of Govinda, and in these moments, Govinda puts his feet on the shoulders, each shoulder of Ganesha.
Because Shivji has taken the water of the lotus feet of Lord and then he takes in the form of Ganges on his head.
For the special glory of Shiva. The special glory of Shiva is that he holds the foot bathing water of Lord on his head. So that's why one of the names of Shiva is Ganga-dhara. One who holds Ganga. One who stops. Like it's not easy to hold the current of Ganga. Bhagirata prayed, Brahma, and all this prayer to get one drop of the foot bathing water of Vana from the water pot of Brahma. So this water came into Swargalok. But after, Ganga stayed in Swargalok. And the name of Ganga there is Mandakini is the name of Ganga in Swargalok. Ganga didn't want to come here. Then once Durvasa was having a bath in the Ganga, he's very glorious. He has so many glories. Durvasa. See the glories of Durvasa. So he was bathing in the Ganga. A strong current in the Ganga. Door open. Oh. Ganga took the loincloth of Durvasa, the strong current, and then Durvasa cursed her. Go to Marteluk, to the material world. He's nothing less, no. Durvasa is very powerful. There are many stories in the Puranas. It's very hard even to reconcile all these stories from the Puranas. Durvasa Rishi thought, now I'm like naked, how to come out of this river? But one Purana explains that Draupadi had like some extra cloth or something and she gave to him. In one of the kalpas, Durvasa was bathing the Ganga, and you know the chundari means like the veil. The veil Draupadi gave to Durvasa so that he would cover himself and come out of the water. And then Durvasa gave her a benediction. You'll never be lacking in clothes. And no one will ever be able to get you naked. In the war of Mahabharata, when Duhshasana was trying to make her naked in front of everyone, to undress her in front of everyone. Actually, she had the mercy of Durvasa, because Durvasa had given the blessing that she had the blessing of Durvasa, so that's why Duhshasana was pulling, and it could never remove her clothes. And she's saying, but it wasn't the benediction of Krishna. But Gurudev is saying, no, Kalpa Vedeshwari Katha. In different days of Brahma, the Lila happens a little bit different. Another Lila is like another day of Brahma. Krishna and Draupadi were walking, and then Krishna hurt his toe, and it was bleeding, and then Draupadi cut a part of her cloth and made like a plaster for him, his wound. And then he said, oh, okay, I give him benediction. If you need any clothes or something, I'll give to you. Krishna promised it to Draupadi, because she... Chakra what? Chakra what?
Chakra, when he was taking some kind of injury occurred when he was like this, so half like.
And then
Then same
Draupadi. Also, another story also is like when he hurt his finger with the chakra. Then, anyway, Gorami, you know what is Gorami? Gorami. They think whatever they heard, that's it. They think there's nothing else. But you need to hear more. You think only there's one version of the stories. Kalpa Vedeshwari Katha, the Harikatha happens in different ages and days of Brahma in a different way. So there are so many stories. In one day of Brahma, for example, Krishna was holding the chakra, and the chakra a little bit hurt the hand of Krishna, his index finger, and was bleeding. And then Draupadi also cut off a part of her veil and gave to him, and also did like a bandage, a plastic. So those who don't understand, how do we make them understand? They are all denki. You know what is denki? Denki, wherever he goes, you need to beat. Then denki? Donkey. So deki is a machine. Deki is that machine, wooden machine, to make the... Deki is a machine. Gurudev, this machine, how is it again? It's a wooden machine. It's a wooden machine. If you go to Bengal, then I can show you, okay? Now it's a machine. Gurudev, this machine is for seeding, putting the rice in the seed to remove... Just why is it this? So it's wood like this, and in this form. In front, there's one part of wood or something, and some iron part. And in the back, you need to, with your feet, you need to like stomp. And then this will make the wood go up and down. But it's for making hole in the ground, hole in the soil, a hole. For digging. Go to Bengal. Then I'll show you. What can you understand about it here? So Jenki, This is for mashing the rice or something, but you need to stomp with your feet so that machine will work. So some people listen only one thing and think that's it. Listen more. In the other ages, days of Brahma Karta has other different versions, different kata, different leelas, different days of Brahma. I think that's it. Only one time you hear, that's it. Kalpa Vedeshu Harikata. The machine is for what? Is for what? Grinding rice. Making flour. So this machine is grinding the rice. Moe. Gurudeva in Bengal also mentioned that Narada Rishi goes everywhere on this machine, you know? In this wooden machine. Gurudev told in Bengal, but I couldn't, at the time I didn't know the translation, but yeah, he told in the kata. Narada Rishi, the career of Narada Rishi is this wooden machine. Anyway, so here Gurudev is explaining Brahma Samhita, this verse. So Shiva is full of auspiciousness, of course, and then he held the Ganga on his head, and then he became even more auspicious. Why is Shiva so glorious? Shiv means Mangal. Why he became topmost auspicious? Mangal and Paramangal. Because of the foot-bathing water of God, Ganga, Shiva holds on his head. So I was telling that Bhagirath had performed hard austerities and was finally able to get a drop of this foot-bathing water from Brahmalok. He brought one drop of it. This water came into Swargalok, and then after Swargalok, Sataloka to Swargalok. So in Swargaloka, Ganga is Mandakini. But Ganga didn't want to come to the earth planet. Actually, but we don't want to leave the material world, but no one wants to come here. We don't want to go. We don't want to get out of here. But Ganga didn't even want to come here. Understand? Because she knew that the earth planet is full of sinners and sin people and sins. So all become contaminated with sins. That's why she didn't want to come. So in the form of Mandakini, she was just flowing in Swarga. Bhagirath thought what to do. So in different kalpas it happens differently. Durvasa Rishi was bathing in the Ganga, and the Ganga was so strong current and took the cloth of Durvasa. Durvasa was thinking, how can I get out of this water naked? So in different kalpas, Puranas explain. One time Draupadi was bathing. Also there, so she gave her veil to Durvasa. Actually, Draupadi didn't give knowingly, because she also bathed and her veil was taken away by the water, and then Durvasa caught that cloth. This is Leelas of Bhagavan. And that cloth Durvasa was able to use. Oh, whoever person, the owner of this cloth that helped me, and I was able to get out of the water, this person will never in clothes. Never ever will be able to even be naked. By forcefully. So this is the story of the Puranas. It's very beautiful. Different kalpas. So Durvasa said, you should go to Martalok, to the material world, because you took my clothes away. And then she said, if I go to the material world, then I will be contaminated. He said, go, go. And time Bhagirath, so the many prayers. Because Ganga said, okay, I'll go, but who will hold me, because I will be so strong, I can even take the earth out of its orbit. Is there someone who can hold me? Then Bhagirath prayed to Shiva, and Shiva said, okay, very nice. Put bathing water on my head, nice. So he kept the water on his dreadlocks. Ganga-devi liked so much to be in the dreadlocks of Shiva. Was just going here and there in the dreadlocks and not moving also out of there. Then Bhagirath prayed to Shiva, and Shiva gave one drop of that water, so strong, and so strong that also went down. So Bhagirathi in the earth planet is strong. I mean the current of Ganga in the earth. And the part that even went even further down because of the strong current, it's called Bhagavati. So beautiful. Shankaracharya. Ganga-devi is worshipped by the living God in Swargaloka. The foot bathing out of Bhagavan Ganga is not ordinary at all. Purifies all the worlds. The dreadlocks of Shiva are her abode. So beautiful. The word Shiva means auspicious. But because Shiva now is holding the Ganga, he became topmost auspicious, Param Mangal. If you take the name of Shiva, your heart is purified. Shiv, 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 Shiv. Wow. That Shiva became even more auspicious because he's holding the foot bathing water of Bhagavan. That's why one of his names is Ganga-dhara, he who holds Ganga. You have to take everything with faith. Shraddha. If you don't have faith, you won't get the fruits. You don't get the fruits. How much Mahaprasad have you eaten in your life? How many food bathing water you've drank? You've drunk. So many things. And nothing happened. Because you need to have faith. Shraddha. Vishwasa se milai bastu tarki bahuduri. If you have faith, you will attain. If you have logic only, you'll be far away. You should accept it with faith. Faith. So, forcefully you hold the feet of the Vaishnavas and you wash it. Isn't it? क्या बताया गुरुदेव? आपने उस दिन बोला था ना कि मैं कोई खुद थोड़ी कहेगा. She's saying because Gurudeva that day you told her that I'll never tell you to wash my feet, and after this everyone is washing. Now Gurudeva said 3 things. One, people do for faith, by faith. Another by tradition, and another just imitating or copying. No, if you do for faith, yes, Vishwas, then you get the fruit. Sanatana Goswami, the Brihad-bhagavatam, gives a beautiful explanation. Everything depends on your faith. Or otherwise it's just a tradition, you know? According to tradition, custom. Just like the Vrajavasi used to do Indra Puja, for example. In the Bhagavatam is described. When they started this, no one knows. No one even knows. It's just a tradition. And there are many traditions in the wedding ceremonies. For example, you cover a black cat with a basket. So, there was a black cat in someone's house. People like cats. Whatever, the cat puts his face anywhere. Like everywhere, you know, like the cat is like smelling and everything. So the mother saw that the cat was coming in the kitchen and there was so much food around. If the cat will eat or not, but the cat will touch with the mouth and touch with the tongue. With its tongue, the cat will just... Even if you're sleeping, actually the cat also licks your face. Do you have cats in your house? So, the mother of this person who was getting married, in the time of the ceremony of her daughter, so many preparations being cooked and everything, there was a black cat around. So the cat was coming again in the kitchen. So the mother caught the cat and covered it with the basket so that it wouldn't move. And the girl saw this, but she didn't ask the mom why she did that. She had done that. So after 20 years passed, 25 years passed, so now that lady who got married, now it was time of her daughter to get married. So she was also thinking, oh, in the time of I got married, my mom took a black cat and covered in a basket. So for my daughter, I should also do the same. But she didn't even have a black cat, only a white cat. So she was going everywhere. Do you have a black cat? Do you have a black cat? Asking everyone. Tradition. People don't search for the reason behind the things. They don't want to know what is the reason behind. They don't even search what is the reason behind that tradition. Like for example, people did Indra Puja. Why? Or demigods puja. Why? People don't even know. My ancestors used to do, I'm doing. But why are you doing this? Govinda will give you everything. This verse explains. He gives us fruits. Govinda. Krishna exactly told this to Nanda Maharaj. Father, why are you doing the Indra Puja? Who is Indra? Why are you doing Indra Puja, Dad? Father. And then he said, because he gives water, rain. And Krishna asked, but it doesn't rain in the countries that no one worships Indra? We are having this tradition. And even if I tell 1,000 times, you won't understand. It's like some impression. And if something happens bad and people say, oh, you see, this bad thing happened because you stopped worshiping that demigod in your house, that's why the demigod now is angry with you, and now you're suffering this. People tell you these or not. Actually, bad things happen in anyone's houses. It's not like there's no any unhappiness in a person's house. Those who stop worshiping demigod suffer. Those who worship demigod suffer. Always like some problems come in everyone's house. Do you understand? But our mind has a impression, and we are afraid. Oh yeah, maybe yeah, sure. We stop worshiping the demigod. That's why he's unpleased, and these things are going on. But actually, it's not that any demigod is unhappy, because if you worship Govinda, all demigods are like, wow, excellent. Because they also worship Govinda, the demigods themselves. Understand? If you say, okay, you can worship Govinda and demigods also, you can say, what is the problem? I'll have Ganesha, Shiva, Kali, I have everyone, and at the same time I have Govinda. What is the problem? What is the fault? You might ask this as well. Okay, you're saying that demigods, we should not worship them separately. Okay, let me worship both then. Govinda and also demigods. Kali, Ganesh, Durga, everyone. What is the fault in it? But then your one-pointedness will be destroyed. Your ekanishtata. You should be one-pointed. If you are not one-pointed, you cannot get the mercy of Bhagavan. And also not also of the demigods, because if you worship one demigod, the other is angry. So actually you have to worship like all demigods, or what? Who will worship, who will not worship? So if you worship only one, it's like you're worshiping all of them. You should have nishtha in Govinda. Understand the demigods as being servants of Bhagavan and honor them, give respect to them. Never dishonor any demigod. I should honor them. But Govinda, you should keep him topmost. I worship Govinda. We must have one-pointed steadiness. Aikantika Nishta. Beautiful kathas about Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu Swayam Bhagavan, he's Krishna himself. So the girls were doing Shiva Puja, Devi Puja, with flowers and batasa, that Bengali sweet, dry sweet. Sandesh and Mahaprabhu was sitting on that asana and said, worship me. I will give you blessings. Durga, Shiva are my servants. Durga and Shiva, they are my servants. I will give you the benediction. And the girls would be afraid and would run away. What is the son of Shatimata doing? So they used to run away, and then Mahaprabhu would curse them. Yeah, you're going. You'll get 60. Sat, yeah? Ah, when you'll be 60, you'll be widow. Ah, no, co-wife. Of are not widow. Yeah, you'll have a co-wife, like your husband will also get married to someone else. But nowadays it's not like this. People, like if your husband wants someone else and also you at the same time, before this, you're like, no. Before getting married, like, no, I don't want this kind of marriage. Nowadays, like, to have co-wife. But before, no. So the curse, if you realize, if you know that your husband has someone else, finish, huh? So Mahaprabhu said you'll have a co-wife. And also you'll be, your husband will be old. And also if he knows that you have someone else, he'll give you up. Get out of here. Means if they're cheating in the relationship nowadays, it's like someone else, and then separate. But Mahaprabhu gave him curse. Seven another wives your husband. So your husband will have 7 other wives. 7 other wives your husband will have. So the girls would be, they were afraid, oh my, imagine if his words are true. So they used to come back. So they came back and gave all the sandesh, batasa and the flowers to Mahaprabhu. Afraid. It's kind of lila. This is in the Shastra, Gurudev. Shastra mein dikh raha hai. No. This co-wife for all the, because sometimes it's kshatriya look, but for all the, or for Kali Yuga or for other ages. Could you? Some people say this, Gurudev, some devotees even here, like, even some people say, like they have 2 wives or something like that. But this is Kali Yuga, Mahaprabhu.
आदिकंडे सकल भक्ति शक्ति दिया अपने ब्रह्म महा पंडित भयन आदिकंडे दिव्य परिधान दिव्य स्वरूप आनंदे भाषण सची विगतनंदम आदिकंडे गौरांगे दिग्विजय जय शेषे कोइलंतार सर्वबंध खर केशव काश्मीर के उन्हें पराजित किया
Keshava Kashmiri was defeated. In the Adikanda, it's described how Mahaprabhu went to Gaya and he performed funeral rites for his father. Shraddha. In the Adikanda, it explains until Mahaprabhu going to Gaya, when his father departure. After some years, Mahaprabhu, according to the tradition of the people, he went to Gaya and did Pindadan, Shraddha. At the time, Mahaprabhu met Ishvara Puripada. So the darshan had the darshan of the feet of Ishvara Puripada. And Mahaprabhu took Diksha from Ishvara Puripada. That time Mahaprabhu was absorbed bhav. When Mahaprabhu came back from Gaya, then Mahaprabhu's bhavuk nimai, emotional nimai. When he came back from Gaya, he was completely different after he took Diksha. I was absorbed in bhav. He wouldn't study anymore, not teach, not study also. He wouldn't study anymore and also not teach anyone. He told all his students, those who used to study with him, he said, you can go. Only those who want to stay with me for chanting holy names. If you want to still study knowledge, you go to another guru. With me, it will be only Harinam. We started doing Nam Sankirtan in the house of Srila day and night Nam Sankirtan. Morning to evening, evening to morning. The house of Shiva Thakur. Nothing else. Because the names are topmost. What is the fruit of the knowledge? Holy names. What is the fruit of knowledge? Only one. To chant holy names. But we do opposite. We acquire knowledge, then we get money, and then with the money we make a house. Then we get married, live in the house. We bring Lakshmi to the house. We bring Lakshmi to the house. People say like this: oh, my son has got so much wealth, knowledge and everything, now I should get married. Otherwise our dynasty will continue. Get married. Then you have children. First you say, Maharaj, I want my son to get married. Okay, I give him blessing. So okay, now I have a daughter-in-law. My son got married. Maharaj, but he's not having kids. He didn't have children yet. For 9 years or... People say so many things. Maharaj, by your mercy, okay, the daughter-in-law is nice, but it's been 9 years and no children she's given. Give blessing. Okay, I give blessing. But for 3 years the kid hasn't spoken anything. Like the baby's not speaking for 3 years. For 3-4 years the baby doesn't speak. Maharaj, better not to have baby. Imagine if it's like a deaf person, then big problem. Give blessing so that the baby will speak. Okay, give. Then the baby starts speaking so much, never stops talking. This is true or not? I see this, all this. Okay, then the baby speaks but doesn't study, Maharaj. He doesn't study. Give blessing, Maharaj. The baby can, the child study. So people in this material world, they have so many material desires, Granddaughter, grandson, and all this involved. You tell me. He's not getting a job, this and that. All the burden of the material world on the person's head. You're walking so much burden. Just give up this burden of all these worries and tensions. No, the person doesn't want to give up. This is Maya Mohan, illusion of Maya. The jivas are like this, an illusion of Maya, nothing else. So they destroyed already their own lives, and they also want to destroy other people's lives. Is this true or not? Did you find happiness after getting married? No, you just destroyed your life. So you say, son, you should also get married, my son. You should also destroy your life. This is what's happened. This is what happened. There's no other reason. Externally say, oh, I'm okay. If I get a daughter-in-law, mother-in-law will make daughter-in-law nachai degi. So the mother-in-law will make like the daughter-in-law of like her. Just could have said one expression, but it's like an expression, like it should be like a servant. Okay, so now the story is. So the daughter-in-law was coming to the new house, and mother-in-law said, "Look, we here we worship demigods, and we don't give up anyone. We're Vaishnavas, and we also worship everyone. We're not Gaudiya Vaishnavas, only Radha and Krishna. No, we don't want to give suffering to anyone, so we worship all of them." Okay. Is the quote? I forgot the English term. It's like a government with many parties. You know, like coalition. How to say multilateral government? Something. Means like my Gurudev told, and my Gurudev also said, don't come in there and brainwash of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. They give suffering to everyone. Worship only Radha Krishna and no one else. Do one thing. Worship all demigods. Don't give suffering to anyone. So even for the Guru who also says this, the demigods become unhappy. Do you think the demigods are waiting for your puja, sitting down waiting for your puja? But anyway. So the marriage was not fixed yet, but they were discussing. So the mother-in-law told this maybe future daughter-in-law, we are a Vaishnava family. We do puja to everyone. Hanuman, Devi, Kali Maiya. We don't give up anyone in our house. Listen to me. Before you become my daughter-in-law, you need to follow the rules of my family. You should not be lazy. You need to wake up exactly at 3 a.m. 3 a.m. Bathe everything, and then you must get ready and come to the temple. 3 a.m. So you start arati. So the daughter-in-law was just listening. So we do arati of Hanuman, Devi Kali, arati, Krishna, because we don't leave anyone. We're not Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Only Hare Krishna. We do arati of everyone. It's only one plate, but we show to Hanuman, then to Kali, to Shiva, Krishna, Ganesha, whoever is there in our house. We show everyone in the same plate. Jai Hanuman, Jai Jai Hanuman. Look, I see Dev Ganesh Ji. So everyone will show the plate, the same plate. Try to listen carefully. If you want to get married to my son, you need to follow all these rules. Otherwise, later on, you'll say, "Oh, I studied so much. I have so much education." The daughter-in-law might say, "I don't want to follow this," but mother-in-law said, "You have to do arati for 2 hours until 6. You do from 4 to 6. You do just arati to everyone in the temple. Also offer bhoga to everyone. You give one batasa, one sweet in front of everyone. Some cardamom to everyone. So there are 50 demigods in my house. So you offer one to everyone. And there'll be 6 a.m. After that, we also read the Chalisa of everyone. A Chalisa is like 40 prayers to all these gods. Hanuman Chalisa, Shiv Chalisa means 40 shlokas in glorification of that demigod. 40. Chalisa means 40 prayers. Yeah, we read the Chalisas because we don't give up anyone. So 2 more hours. It takes 2 hours more just for this. 2 hours. So now it's 8 a.m. Then after 8, then we read the Bhagavad Gita. And then Ramayana. We don't give up anyone. So until 10 a.m. So it's 10 a.m. So she woke up 3 a.m. until 10, only doing this. We are Vaishnava, we are religious, we are dharmic. So she was just hearing. But there's one book you haven't read, you don't read in your house. Mahabharata, the girl said. I will read the Mahabharata in the end. After do everything, I will read the Mahabharata. Don't worry. I will come to your house and I will read the Mahabharata. Actually, I will make the Mahabharata in your house. Don't worry. What is the meaning? I will have a huge fight over this. What is this? I have only one daughter and one son in my head, in my house. After getting married, you need to come to my family, right? So mother-in-law telling the future daughter-in-law. So my son is very simple. So I am like the prime minister, okay, of this house. My daughter is minister here in this house. And my son is Pariban Mantri, means like the minister that is taking care of the transportation minister. Like whatever I tell my son, he goes to the market, brings. So you tell me, which post you want to be in the government of my house? Then the girl said, future daughter-in-law, I want to be in the opposite party. I want to be in the opposite party. Vipaksha. I want to be in the opposite party. Whatever you say, I'll always say opposite. Vipaksha is like this. In the parliament, this is what happens, the Vipaksha, the opposite party. Even the party is saying something which is good for the people, still the opposite party wants to say something against. So some people. So in the parliament, if you're in the parliament and you're just like without speaking anything, just sitting down quiet, who will know your glory? So you have to speak something, then you'll be famous for saying something against or standing up for, you know. Even if it's wrong or what, but you'll be famous. At least you'll be in the internet. Your name will go in the internet because you stood up for something, you know, saying something. Otherwise, who will ask about you? I told so much Hasaras Katha now, funny stories. What time is it? Time's up, huh? Let's go. I'll stop. When Mahaprabhu came back from Gaya, after taking Diksha from Ishvara Puripad, he became Bhavuk Nimai. Bhavuk Nimai is what? Before Mahaprabhu was very active and studying, defeating other pandits, teaching, studying. Very restless. Now he's very only absorbed in Hare Krishna. Only chanting the name of Krishna. One day Mahaprabhu sitting in front of his house, in the courtyard of his house, and then Shachimata Srivas Thakur was also there sitting. Shachimata was so immersed in Vatsalya Bhav. She told, according to her mood, when Nimai came back from Gaya, he's not eating anymore, he's not sleeping, he's not feeling sleepy anymore. What happened to him? I don't know. Someone said he has Vayu Rog. if you have a lot of wind in your body, Vayurog is a disease. You won't feel sleepy. That's why he's not sleeping. What happened, Vayurog? So much air in your body, you cannot sleep. Those who cannot fall asleep, they have a lot of air. Because you have Vat, Kapha and Pitta. Vat, Pitta and Kapha. These three elements in our body. So the person has so much air. Shachimata is saying, according to her Vatsalya Rasa, when Nimai came back, from that moment on, he's not sleeping, not eating, only absorbed in bhav. Someone said he has Vayurog. Srivas Thakur sitting there, next to Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu is listening. Srivas Thakur said, actually, she has the symptom of prem. This sattvic bikar. What is that? Chachamata said. So absorbed in Vatsalya. Worried about her son. What is this? These are the symptoms of prem. If someone has prem, the person also stops eating, sleeping, only absorbed in bhav. And then everyone left. Mahaprabhu went to Srivas and said, today you have saved my life, Srivas. If you also would say that I have Vayurog, this wind air disease, I would go to the Ganga right now and give up my life. Because you are very knowledgeable. You know the symptoms of prem and everything. Symptoms of prem. If you also would say, yes, he has Vayurog, I think, oh, present hasn't manifested in my heart, I would think. What's the use of my life without prem? Beautiful pastimes of Mahaprabhu. Very sweet pastimes of Mahaprabhu. The Adi Khanda is until the pastimes when Mahaprabhu went to Gaya and met Ishwari Prabhupada. Adi Khanda. Tomorrow we'll hear about this.